Hey, what is going on, guys? Xpertfusion here, and in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my Season 6B predictions for The Walking Dead. So this is the second half of Season 6. I'm going to give you guys an overlook on all 8 of the episodes on the second half of Season 6. Got to give you guys my predictions, what I think is going to happen in these episodes. So starting off with Episode 9, which we already have the name of it. It will be called No Way Out, which is very exciting. I think this episode is going to be the best episode of the season. One of the best episodes. I don't know. Maybe the finale will beat it. We'll have to wait and see. But this episode, I'm going to give you an overall description as to what I think is going to happen. So I think it's going to start off with Jesse, Ron, and Sam all dying in the same way they did in the comics. So Sam is yelling, "Mom, Mom, Mom." Walkers grab him, start eating him. Jesse starts screaming. Walkers grab Jesse, start eating her. And then, she won't let go of Carl's hand. So Rick chops off Jesse's arm with the axe, and it'll be a crazy scene. And then Ron will pull out a gun, aim it at Rick, shoot. Carl will jump in the way, get his eyes shot out, similar to the comics. So the only thing I have a problem with this is the fact that Ron does not have a gun right now. So I don't know how that's gonna work because I remember Carl did take it away, unless maybe he took it back or like secretly got another gun or something like that. I don't really remember, but I was confused. I was like, because how are they gonna do this scene? Because I'm almost positive how the scene's gonna go. So maybe they didn't show the scene when he took the gun or something. Maybe they'll show it in the very beginning of the episode. That would actually be pretty cool. They show in the very beginning of the episode, like the first minute is showing when they're in the house, kind of like a flashback of Ron taking the gun, and then we'll all be like, oh shit, we know what's going to happen now, because they didn't want us to predict it was going to happen. They wanted us to change our theories. The Walking Dead always does stuff like that, so I'm predicting something like that's going to happen. I don't think, a lot of people said the wolf's going to do it, but I don't think that's going to happen with the wolf. So what I think is going to happen is then Rick will freak out, start chopping up walkers. Well, no, first of all, Michonne, I think, will just automatically kill Ron. I think it'll be Michonne to kill Ron. I don't think Rick will do it. But Rick will freak out, start killing walkers, and just rush Carl to the hospital, or Denise's hospital room. And Denise won't be there, and he'll look outside and see the wolf holding Denise towards the herd. So I don't even know where the wolf is going. I'm predicting he's just bringing her out to the herd to throw her in there or something, because the wolf's a sicko. And I think Rick's gonna go after it. But then get swarmed, and then eventually I think Abraham, Daryl, and Sasha will return. Yes, I think they're gonna get out of that thing with the Saviors. I think maybe they'll slaughter the Saviors down, because they didn't hand over their guns yet. They just said they put their guns down. I think something's gonna happen. They're gonna pull up their guns and just start shooting and mow all of them down. And then they're gonna get back home safely and to kill the what's it called, the you know the wolf that was bringing Denise. They'll see the wolf doing that, and then they'll just shoot the wolf and kill him, or I don't know, something like that will happen. And then Denise will be saved, go back to the hospital, be able to fix up Carl, and then the walkers will just keep getting in, and they'll have nothing but to do but just mow the walkers down with gladiator style. I don't want them to use Abraham's RPG. I don't want them to use machine guns and stuff. I think it'd be badass if they just all have machetes and stuff, and they just slice and dice and just destroy the whole herd together as a town, and even the Alexandrians come together to fight the herd in a really epic scene to end this episode. I think that would be really freaking awesome. And then episode 6, 10, episode 10 we move on. It would be more of a character development episode, kind of like an aftermath of No Way Out. Cleaning up, Rick mourning over Carl getting shot in the eye, stuff like that. It'll tie in everything that just happened. It'll tie in the story, and we'll get kind of a good development episode that's just them cleaning up after the aftermath. This is going to be one of those episodes people are going to say is pretty bad, but in my opinion, not that bad. So then I think Daryl, of course, in this episode will also be telling Rick about the people they came across, and they know that there's more out there. So what I think is going to happen is Rick and Daryl are going to, in episode 6:11, the next one, I think Rick and Daryl are going to go out on a look, because they did confirm that there is going to be an episode in the second half of season 6 that is Rick and Daryl only. So this is what I think is going to happen. Rick and Daryl are going to go out around to look for these people, and it'll be only them in this episode, of course, and there'll just be a development episode, one of those types of episodes. And then I think they're going to, in the very end of the episode, come across Jesus, who is in the comic books and has a town called the Hilltop. I think they'll have a little fight. because, of course, Rick's not going to trust him, knock him out, bring him back to Alexandria to end the episode. Then in 6:12, it'll be Rick will be interrogating Jesus, who basically tells them of the hilltop, and it'll just be more, Alexandrian character development with like Rick, Glenn, and all of them. Just all the Alexandrians developing their character, making them different characters. I can't really, predict what type of routes they're going to go with the characters. I can just predict who will get development, and that's just how I think it's going to go. Then I think Rick, Glenn, Maggie, Heath, Abraham, Daryl, Michonne, and Morgan will all go to the hilltop to meet with the people there. And on the road, they'll come across walkers and stuff. They'll just be going on the road. They won't actually make it there until episode 613, which the group will meet the hilltop. And it's going to be exactly how it went down in the comics. Ethan will come to give the leader, Gregory, news, but instead stabs him. It will be news from Negan. Stab him. Rick will kill Ethan, and then everyone looks at him in shock, but Rick says what? Then the group explain about the Saviors, and then they realize that that's the same group that they came across before. And then Rick says they can deal with these people for them. Jesus says that they're dangerous people and that they won't be able to do, fight against these people. But Rick says they will be able to handle it. Then Jesus lets Rick know where these people are and about the leader named Negan, and they'll have they'll understand what this group is, and they'll understand what they are. But Rick, as cocky as he is, will think they can easily fight these people. Episode 614 is going to be more Alexandria development, and I think Rick's group will run to the Saviors on the way back to Alexandria. Jesus won't be with them. Jesus will still be at a hilltop, and Dwight will be in this group of Saviors. They will see Dwight, but he now has a burnt face, and a shootout begins. Many get killed, but Dwight will be able to get away on his motorcycle, and they return to the hilltop to let the people know. They'll go, back. And Jesus ends up coming to Alexandria, but then returns home soon after. He just comes to, check out what they have there and check out, like, the weaponry and stuff like that. And Rick has a town meeting at the very end of the episode, letting them know about the Saviors and what are they going to do to them. And Eugene actually sets up a bullet factory, or lets people know he's going to set up a bullet factory. And he tells Tara they have to go out on a supply run for more equipment. So then this is 615, which is going to be an episode with Tara, Eugene, Spencer, and Rosita are going to go on the road to an area to find materials for the bullet factory that Eugene wants. So they go into a city area, not really a big city, but type of city, and the Saviors actually end up attacking. And it's when Eugene and Tara are walking together, just like in the comics, but it was Eugene and Abraham. And Tara, I think, is going to be shot in the chest with an arrow and fall into Eugene's arms by Dwight. And it's going to be a very sad scene. And Dwight takes Eugene as hostage and takes him back to Alexandria. And therefore, it's going to be just like that scene. And then Spencer and Rosita will notice, start chasing, but won't be able to make it back in time. And then Dwight will be able to get to the safe zone with the other Saviors and say they killed the girl and will kill the nerd if they don't obey to Negan. And Carol asks Rick, what do they do now? And he says, I don't know, just like in the comics. And I think it's going to be a really epic way to end episode 615, leading into episode 616, which I'm hoping is going to be called Something to Fear. And a shootout breaks out between Dwight and the Saviors and also Rick's group. And Eugene tells the group what happened, and Rosita and Spencer, come back. And then Denise breaks down crying when she finds out that Tara died. Rick gets a whole group ready to go out and just murder this group because they've had enough of it. Rick, Glenn, Maggie, Daryl, Morgan, Michonne, Carol, Carl, Heath, Abraham, Sasha, Bruce, and Tobin all go. They head to the hilltop to talk with Gregory and Jesus and stop for the night. They stop for the night on the way there because they're going to talk to the hilltop about what they should do about this. They are woken up by the Saviors, and yes, this is the big scene. Negan steps out of the van and comes toward them. They tie the group up, and then Negan plays a game of who he should kill with Lucille. Negan kills Morgan in a brutal way, just like in the comics, but instead of being Glenn, it is towards Morgan. The group leave with themselves tied up, seeing Morgan dead. They try to break out as walkers come in an intense battle, and then the group finally get to Hilltop and tell them what happens, and gets pissed off because they didn't tell them how bad these people are, and they get into a little tussle, a little fight, and Jesus says that they will work on something, and then Rick says he has a plan. And then we get to see Negan going home. We get to see him going home to the sanctuary. We get to see the sanctuary, and we get to see a flashback of him, remembering burning Dwight's face, and he'll be looking in the mirror and laughing, and it'll end just like that for season 7 to come. And I think that's the best way for them to do it, to be honest. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know how you think they should do it for season 6. What should happen in each episode and how it should end up in the end. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.